Welcome to Endpoint Pulse, the podcast where we listen to cybersecurity enthusiasts and their real-world use cases. Today's episode is quite special because it's an all-women's episode, and today we have Michaela from Germany. So, Michaela, can you please introduce yourself to our viewers and listeners?
Sure. My name is Michaela Hall, and I work for Micronova Germany. I have been working for Micronova for almost 18 years now, and I started in sales within Micronova, and I started the business with ManageEngine, and I moved now in a marketing role, and I'm now Senior Marketing Manager for the Enterprise Solutions for the ManageEngine solutions.
That's great. So, Michaela, talking about your experience, what do you think is the best part of your journey till now?
To be honest, it's working with ManageEngine.
Thank you.
When I had my first job, I worked for an American company, based in Germany. I always worked for American companies. When I joined Micronova, it was my first German company. And in my role, I worked with ManageEngine as my first Indian company I had contact to. And yes, so we have worked together for 18 years, and it is still exciting, and I have learned so much about the business, but also about culture, about the warmth and the welcome you always give to us. Yes, I think I would not want to miss that. Thank you
for that.
I say thank you.
So, ManageEngine is close to your heart. That's what you said. So, can you tell me a bit more about your experience with ManageEngine and Micronova?
Yes, sure. I mean, when I started, I was pretty much the only person in sales, and the inquiries we got from the customers, and they wanted assurance. So they asked me, can you tell me whether this company, ManageEngine, is still around next year?
Wow.
Yes, and look, now we have been in the market with you. We have a partnership since 20 years. So no customer asks this question anymore.
Yeah, that's ManageEngine from Zoho for you.
Exactly, yeah.
So, women in tech, now that's a very difficult role to play. So, Michaela, can you tell me what are the challenges you think that women in tech face?
Well, I think they always believe they are not good enough. That is probably the main concern. And it starts very early, maybe already in kindergarten or in school, that girls play with dolls and boys with cars and want to construct something. And that keeps going on and going on. And in the university, you see in technical areas, the majority are men or young men who study this, and not girls. Yeah. And later, what is a big challenge is, especially in Germany, that if you want to have a family, it's not so easy to combine job and family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yes. Yeah. I see that. So here, much more women work here than compared in our technical companies. So I think the percentage is much higher.
Thank you for that. So yeah, we are empowering our women here. So, so from sales to marketing, so what is this transition all about, and can you explain more about that?
Yes, I'm in the business for a very long time, and it happened that I started my career in a company that produced computers. That was the first company. So I started in a technical area, and I always moved within those technical areas. I worked for Advanced Micro Devices, then later for Citrix. I started in sales, then I looked after resellers, and also within Micronova, the first things I did was sales for ManageEngine, and then later I moved to the marketing role. Yes, and there's where I am. And I think my sales background helped me a lot in this role.
Okay. So I guess you must have been the only woman there.
In the marketing, yes,
Yes.
yes, and also within the company, there were only very few women in the company, but that has also changed, luckily.
That's great. That's great to hear. So, being the only woman in your company, was it easy to put forth your opinions, get your opinions on board?
Yeah, not always.
So, how did you establish yourself then?
Yeah, just with facts and figures and bring it on the table again and again. Yeah.
Never giving up?
Never giving up, yes.
That's a very good advice. So it brings me to the other question. So what advice would you give to aspiring women who wants to be in tech and cybersecurity field? What advice would you give them?
Do it. Be in whatever you do, be professional, work hard and believe in you. This is what I would like to give to women, and we should not leave it only to the man, because we consume technical products and we use technical products, and I think they should also be made by women. Yeah.
That's a very, very strong point.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us today, Michaela. It was such a great and informative session today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Bhuvi.
So that's it for today's episode. This is Bhuvi signing off from Endpoint Pulse. Stay tuned, stay fortified.